Newcastle United last year were flying, finishing 5th in the Premier League and qualifying for the Champions League. Not to mention winning the Carabao Cup too. They've even signed Malik Thiaw and Anthony Elanga in this transfer window. Life right now couldn't be better for Newcastle, except it could. As there's the whole Isak saga they've had to deal with, as one way or another he looks set to leave the club. Not to mention the fact that Ekitike favoured a move to Liverpool over the Magpies. So did Mbuemo, Matheus Cunha and most recently Benjamin Sesko. Even after qualifying for the Champions League, they're struggling to sign players over teams like United. So the question is now, how will Eddie Howe do next year with the Magpies? Well, buckle up guys, because in today's video we're going to find that out. Right then, this is the team that Eddie Howe ended last season with, and I don't think people realise just how good this team actually is. There's Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, Sven Botman. There's new addition Anthony Elanga, who's fantastic. Malik Thiaw now too. And for the Premier League, it's actually a really young team overall, which obviously means there's a whole bag of potential. But there is one problem that they do face right now, and that is the fact that Alexander Isak, their top goal scorer, does not want to ever wear a Newcastle United shirt again. And as you can see, he's far and away the best goal contributor that Newcastle United had last year as well. So yeah, this is a bit of an issue for Eddie Howe. The thing is though, he's got a market value of 73.5 million. They've been offered a lot more than that. In fact, I think they've been offered double that. I do get why they want him to stay, but for that amount of money, they could do some serious work. Dealing with that though is definitely a bridge we're going to have to cross next season with this team, but for now, I kind of want to figure out the tactics and formation we're going to rock with. Now, I know according to the game, this is the formation that they rock with, but Guimaraes, as you can see, is a CDM. Tonali is also a CDM. So if we keep this formation, one of those players is going to be out of position. Plus, I kind of want to try and make Miley a big part of this team. It'll take him 2 months to convert to a cam, so it's not like it's going to take forever. So alongside fitting Tonali and Guimaraes into the team in their natural positions, I kind of want to fit him into it as well. So to fit them all together, we're using the 4-2-1-3 formation, counter-attacking build-up style with a 45 line height. And when we're on the ball, it's going to be bog standard stuff. The only difference is our fullbacks are actually going to be fullbacks and not playing as wingbacks. And just like that, guys, after shifting our team around a bit, this is by mile our strongest starting 11, which certainly bodes well for us next season. But that does leave us one problem and one problem only. Next year, what on earth are we going to do with this guy? Now, I've gone over this a million times. The odds are he's never going to play for Newcastle United again, and I don't see Newcastle leaving him rot on the bench for the remainder of his contract, so I think the best thing is just cash in on him and spend it on a brand new striker. It sucks, and honestly I do kind of feel bad for Newcastle United fans, but the last time I made a Newcastle United video, I sold Isak telling you like this was going to happen, and the amount of shit I got for it was insane. So when I think of it like that, I'm a bit petty. I'm actually really happy I was right about this. So if you were one of those who gave me grief for it, have that, you little sod. And guys, we begin season 2 with the sale of Alexander Isak. We've got it out the way. It's the first thing that we've actually done, and we have got a boatload of money for the guy. He's gone to Arsenal for 120.2 million. I know he's meant to be going Liverpool, but I completely botched that negotiation up. Now though, we have over 230 million to spend. So not only can we spend it on a proper good replacement for Isak, or try to at least anyways, we can really strengthen the entire team with this money. But in all honesty, aside from the striker, there's not many places I want to put that money, because in all honesty, for the most part, the team's cracked as it is. You have Nick Pope, who's got at least 2 good years left in him. Our entire back 4 is fantastic. Guimaraes and Tonali as well. I mean, maybe we could get a cam and loan Miley out for a couple of years. That might be better for Newcastle United's ambitions. But as for our front 3, Elanga's a new signing. We don't want to move him about. Gordon was brilliant for them last year. Obviously, we're getting a new striker. Yeah, there's not much we can actually do. So I'm thinking we put a lot of this money to a brand new striker. But we have to remember, a lot of the candidates Newcastle have gone for in real life have turned them down in favour of other clubs, so we have to bear that in mind going forward. And so I gave it a lot of thought and landed on one striker in particular who I just spent 70 million on to replace Isak and Dusan Vlahovic from Juve. And I know that this is possible because in real life they're trying to use Vlahovic as part of a deal to sway Tonali to join them. Tonali now though is going unknown, absolutely no there, so Juve can suck a big one. However, looking at Vlahovic, he's actually quite similar to Isak. He's only an inch shorter, a little bit slower than him, but he's got great shooting and physicality. And with him only being 25 years old, he's got an insane amount of room for improvement. And that does leave us over 150 million to spend. And yes guys, I'm at a bit of a crossroads, because aside from replacing Miley in that cam role, I don't actually know where else to put that money, as I've already mentioned. And to be honest, I kind of don't think we need to spend it anywhere else. We've got a very strong starting 11. We've got good depth to go with it. Until something actually happens where it's necessary, I don't think we need to spend any more than bringing in another cam. And so, while I signed someone who's heavily linked to join the Magpies in real life for 25 million in Bilal Al-Khanous. He's still only 21, fantastic stats all round, Premier League experience from last year. I know it's not the experience you'd want in your team, but out of Leicester last year, he was one of the best players. Now, whilst our transfer window is officially done, I aren't actually done with the team yet. Alanga's been converted to a winger, he goes up by 1 overall. Joelinton's been converted to a CDM, he goes up by 1 overall as well. Trippy's going to become a CDM, let's see what happens, another 1 overall boost. Guys, that's 3 and 3 so far. So let's make it 4 and 4 Miley, you're going to become a cam and nothing happens. Well, that's very anticlimactic, isn't it? But now that that's all said and done, this is how the team lines up for the new season with Eddie Howe. And if I was him, I'd be buzzing with how it looks. Vlahovic up top, Al-Khanous just behind him with Tonelli and Guimaraes behind him. Solid wingers either side, very good defensive lineup, a strong keeper and goal. I mean, guys, we've got to be looking at top 4 football, haven't we, surely? Especially if this man has a good season. If he can somewhat replicate what Isak brought to the team, I'm telling you now, the Magpies are going to be fine. And guys, I cannot believe what a season we've had stats wise. Vlahovic with 25 and 51, 21 and 9 and 51 for Gordon, 9 and 6 for Bruno Guimaraes and 50. I mean, Alanga's had a stinker, but at least he's grown by 2. Speaking of which, everybody has put a shift, and look at Tino Livramento, 4 overall growth in 1 year. And in case you're wondering, yes, that's exactly why I moved Trippy to be a CDM, so Livramento could have all the game time this year. And man, on paper, this team just looks phenomenal. This is why I couldn't spend any money on it, because this is exactly what I knew was going to happen. But the question is, with all the progression, all the goals and assists this team's got this year, will it be enough to get top 4 football? Yeah, we weren't even close. We did finish 6th, only 1 place below last year, but it's still not really what we were after. I mean, we'll still have Europa League football, which is a positive. We've still got European football, but ideally, we're after Champions League football, and we certainly should have got that over United. I will say this though, some things just never change. We are terrible in the FA Cup. Stevenage knocked us out in round 4. And Stockport knocked us out of the Carabao Cup, beating us 3-1. Yeah, I've actually got no words for that one. Now here's the thing guys, in real life, I'm almost certain they've got Champions League football, but here, for some reason, we put into the Europa. Can someone let me know in the comments why this has happened? I genuinely don't have a clue. I might just be tired and I can't remember, but can someone let me know anyway? Regardless though, we got knocked out straight away by Milan in the playoffs. God, all that build up for nothing. And this may cause a little bit of an issue, because if some big teams come in with the write-off of some of these players, we're going to have no choice but to say yes. Certain players though, I don't think would leave anytime soon, at least anyways. Bruno Guimaraes being one of them, the skipper. We've just bought Dusan Vlahovic and he's had a great season, I think he'll stay. Anthony Gordon is another one, and so's Tino Livramento. And to be honest, there's a whole bunch. There's only 1 or 2 players I actually think would leave. You can call me out on this, but after next season, I think if Sandro Tonelli does get a big offer, he'll be off. Actually, I take that back. I think it might just be Tonelli. Out of all these players, I don't see anybody else who'd want to leave, which honestly is a damn good thing for us, because Tonelli is actually our most expensive player in the team, and we all saw that we had a little bit too much money to spend after selling Isak, so it'd pretty much be the same situation with him. But at least now, after going through the squad, going through the stats, I have a better idea of what to do with this team in order to get top 4 football, and that's exactly what I intend on doing next year. And if you think I can do that with the Magpies, drop this video a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you're new. Right then guys, our 3rd year in charge of Castle's here, and as you can see, there's 1 player missing from this starting team. Yes, I've sold someone. It's someone I said who wouldn't leave as well. I know this might be controversial, but I think for the team that came in for for him, I don't think you say no to it. As you can see, Sven Botman has indeed gone to Man City for 34.4 mil. I mean, please let me know if I'm wrong in selling him. I just think if Man City came calling for you when you're finishing far below them, you go. Regardless though, this gives us just under 200 million in our budget now. And the centre-back role is not the only position I kind of want to improve, because there's also the situation with Nick Pope. I think it's time we think about replacing him with someone younger and someone who's got potential to be better. And so with that in mind, I couldn't think of anybody better than Bart Verbruggen from Brighton for only 25 million. He's 11 years younger than Pope, only one rating lower than him, with a lot of potential to become better. Yeah, 25 mil well spent. As for Sven Botman's replacement, we spent a lot of money on this guy, 100 million to be exact. But not only is he a fantastic replacement, I think it kind of makes sense, because Dayot Upamecano joins the Magpies from Bayern. He's 27, 88 rated with a great amount of pace. He's got great defending and physicality to go with it, and he wants a move to the Premier League. Now obviously there's certain clubs that are going in for him, but I feel like if you throw that amount of money at Upamecano, we can't say no to it. Now that that's done, we've got a very solid team on our hands now. Upamecano and Verbruggen greatly strengthen our back five. I mean, the rest of the team anyway was fantastic. We had no trouble scoring goals, so hopefully this season we lift a trophy or two. Well guys, let me tell you, if last year's stats were good, these are blowing them out the water. Vlahovic with 45 goals and 2 assists in 51 games, 29 and 15 and 52 for Gordon, 11 and 3 and 42 for Langer, 10 and 9 for Guimaraes. If we haven't won the league this year or something like that, I don't see how we keep Vlahovic. Like, those stats are actually insane. Plus he's gone up to 89 rated. Yeah, I just don't see a world where we keep him if we haven't won something major, which is a damn shame, because this team this year's come on leaps and bounds overall. So honestly, we're banking on the slim chance we've won the Premier League, or at the very least an FA Cup or the Europa. Oh man, that's not good. We only just scraped top 4 football. Yeah, this isn't good, guys. He's basically Harry Kane at Tottenham Hotspur at this point. The good news is though, we are once again in the Champions League with Newcastle United, so that will attract bigger stars to the club. And we don't win the FA Cup. Southampton knocked us out straight away on penalties, and Arsenal knocked us out at the Carabao Cup straight away. Yeah, we need to win the Europa, or we're kissing goodbye to 1 or 2 players. This time though, it's a much better result in the league phase. 4th, we go straight through to the round of 16, which is where we smashed KRC Genk, but then got smashed by Atletico 5-3. Oh, we've got to sell Vlahovic. I don't want to see this guy go, man. He has been such a good replacement for Isak. But realistically, after the season he's had individually and not winning anything with Newcastle, he would be an absolute fool to not want to leave. Do you know what I mean? It's just a shame we finally got Champions League football around the same time it's happened. However, with the money we'll get from Vlahovic and maybe 1 or 2 other players, if the price is right, we'll be able to transform this team even further, and hopefully that'll bode well for our chances and winning the UCL. And so guys, it's happened. The new season begins with us selling Dusan Vlahovic to bloody Arsenal of all teams for 165 mil. I really didn't want to sell him to another English side. I mean, PSG came in for him with Oscar Mamouche part of the deal. I accepted that alongside Arsenal, but I was too freaking late. Arsenal's already done the work. And in case you're wondering why Sandro Tonali is not being sold, Inter came in for him, which isn't realistic. Bournemouth wanted him, which isn't realistic. And United wanted to give us a youth academy player as well as 37 mil. And they wouldn't budge on it, so I told them to shove it. So in turn, Tonali is staying for another year. This still leaves us over 350 million in total to spend. And with that kind of money, if we spend most of it correctly, we've got to be looking at either a Premier League title or at the very least making the same as the UCL. There's no excuses now. Now obviously looking at the team, a striker is a must. I think at this point a stronger Cam than Alcanus is necessary. Maybe a stronger defender than Theo, maybe a better winger than Alanga, because he hasn't really been doing too well. But aside from that, we are good to go. We just need to make sure the players we're bringing in are right for the team. Now guys, I think I need to show you the fee signing I'm going to make, otherwise you frankly won't believe me and when I tell you where it came from. Ousmane Dembele somehow made his way to Saudi Arabia playing for Al Nassr at 87 rated, only 30 years old. I mean, look at him, he's 5-star, 92 pace, 88 dribbling, great passing and shooting. Look, he's got plenty of time to get the bag later on, but for now he needs to come play for us. And so we made it happen for a measly 77.5 million. That's 1 transfer down, 3 more I want to get done. And just like that, a second signing has been made in Thiago Almada from Lyon for 50 57.5 mil. And as you can see, he's levels above Al Khanous, only mid-20 still, already this damn good. And the scary thing is, he's only going to get better. Now, I'm going to need you lot to hear me out on this one. Bastoni has just joined us for 63 mil on the dot. And I know, guys, I know he's one of Inter's strongest defenders, but just hear me out. So far, on paper, this is how our team currently looks going into the season. All we need is a better striker, and I believe we're a far superior team to Inter. On top of that, he's still not even 30 years old. He's fantastic. He's still going to be growing as a player. And as you guessed from his transfer fee, his contract was expiring, so blame Inter Milan, really, because without that contract expiring, I don't go in for him. And last but certainly not least, we need a replacement for Vlahovic, and that is where Samu comes in from Porto for 90 million. And trust me, there's multiple reasons why I've signed him in particular. For starters, he's a beast. He's 6'4", 198 pounds. And who does that remind you of? A certain Alexander Isak and a Dusan Vlahovic. He's also very similar stats-wise. He's a bit quicker than Vlahovic. He's got great eye for goal. He's got fantastic physicality. And that is indeed a mixture of both Isak and Vlahovic in one. And as you can see, he's only 23 years old with insane amount of room for improvements. My only hope is he can be a good replacement for Vlahovic as Vlahovic was for Isak. Going into the new season though, our team is stupidly good, isn't it? Our wingbacks are weak, but they're still young, so they'll improve. Our midfield is strong as an ox. Our front three is still fantastic. I want to be challenging for the Premier League title, man. Scrap the Champions League for a sec. I want to become the best team in England with Newcastle United. And ladies and gents, we've done it. 1 point clear top of the table. The Geordies are the best team in England. To be fair though, if we didn't do it this year with how good our team is, I truly don't think we'd have ever done it. We still can't win the FA Cup though, but bloody hell, what a penalty shootout that was. And we still can't win the Carabao Cup. Comes to something when Spurs can win it, but you can't. As for the UCL, it's a poor showing in the league phase. We only finished 20th, but we are through to the playoffs. And that's where we beat PSV 3-1, but we lost to Leipzig 5-4 on pens in the round of 16. Premier League champions can't beat Leipzig. Something's going on there, isn't there? And I'm not being funny, Leverkusen and AC Milan made the Champions League final. Nah, come on, we got to be better than both of them put together. And looking at the team on paper just confirms it, man. How good is this team? I mean, that's 4 players I count who are 90 overall and above. How ironic though, it's been our best season to date in terms of success, but on paper stats wise, it's been awful. I mean, Samu's been dreadful, man. 9 goals in 32 games. That's actually insane when we had a striker getting 45 goal contributions in 50 games. Goodwin did well though, 40 in 55, 16 and 4 for Dembele, 15 and 6 for Olanga. Samu needs to book his ideas up though, it's as simple as that. The question is though, how do we take the Premier League champions from the round of 16 to the Champions League final when they're already the best team in England? I don't even think it's a case of squad depth either. As you can see, we're stacked. I don't have an answer, guys. I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it next year. Now guys, the new season's begun with Newcastle United, and the one thing that I actually figured out that we do need is a little more squad depth in certain positions. And so, Thiago Barry joins us from Fulham for only 40 million to be a second choice striker to Samu. Diogo Dello joins us for 29 million on a 3-year contract from United, just to give us a little bit more depth for that fullback role. And finally, for 10 mil on the dot, Luis Malagon joins us to be our 3rd choice keeper. And that is all we need. As you can see from the bench now, we are unbelievably stacked. I mean, it's the least you'd expect from the Premier League champions, isn't it? This year though, I want to take them one step further in becoming the best team in the world. But before we get to the UCL, we are back-to-back Premier League champions. I can't lie though, I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm really not. We've also won the Community Shield. We however don't win the FA Cup, and we don't win the Carabao Cup. West Brom beat us to win it. Yeah, those 2 competitions are just cursed. As for the UCL this year, we do much better. We jump up to 10th in the league phase, but we still only make the playoffs. Well, that's where we dismantled Atalanta 6-0. We then beat Real Madrid 4-2. We beat Sporting 3-2. And we're in the final against PSG after smashing Juve 3-1. Another PSG final. Freaking amazing. Never mind PSG though, they can get in the bin. I am more concerned about these stats. Look at them, man. 40 in 58 for Samu, 33 in 11 in 61 for Dembele, 25 in 22 in 62 for Gordon. Good God, those are ridiculous stats. Yeah, I think we've absolutely smashed it, guys. This Newcastle United team has just become easily the strongest team in the world. All we got to do now is prove it on the pitch for the next 90 to 120 minutes against easily the best team in French football right now, PSG. Right, then here we go. If I remember correctly as well, the last time PSG played Newcastle, Didn't Newcastle absolutely obliterate them like 4-1, was it? Someone let me know in the comments if I'm right, but I'm pretty sure I'm spot on with that. Either way, though, we're going to try and make it 4-1 now as we get Samu in. That's a gorgeous, but that is a phenomenal fair play. Rodrigo is now on the right-hand side of the pitch against Bastoni. That's why we bought Bastoni, man. What? He made that look so easy. Here comes Thiago Almada, though. He's bursting through. He's got the pace, and he sees Gordon on the left-hand side of the pitch. First touch, second touch. Oh, my God. What a goal that would have been. Here we go. We've got to defend well here. That's good defend. Okay, we've only got it so far out. Again, great defending. Fair play. Defensively, we're absolutely solid. Oh, De Ligt against Gordon here. Surely Gordon's got the pace on De Ligt. I mean, De Ligt isn't that quick. Oh, my God. He's just... This is... You jammy git. That was legit on a platter for Samu. Here comes Dembele though. Look at him. Dembele is just so quick. He's got 5-star weak foot. Oh my. No. Oh, I thought that was just going to bounce in. Here we go. Rodrigo once again on the right hand side of the pitch. Bastoni. He hasn't been able to do anything with. Oh my God. That is insanely close. Kvaratskhelia. Skilly. I didn't know they had that in your locker, lad. Here we go though. Second off. Almada's got a bit of room to run into. He's going to. Oh, that was bloody going in. Top right. How is this game 0-0? Seriously. Speaking of, here come PSG. Oh my God. They've got the ball to Gyökeres. Oh no, not like that. Oh my God. Thank God for that. Bro, we were at their mercy then. Here comes Lewis Hall though on the left hand side. I'll tell you what he's doing. All right. Can we go? Oh, freaking. De Ligt is not this good. I'm sorry. He just isn't. PSG though, they're splitting us apart with easy. We need to be. Oh, I don't like. Oh, that's great defending on Upamecano. I don't like this at all though. Oh, Gyökeres with the shot forcing a save. This is ridiculous, man. We can't get out of our own half. Dembele. I'm looking for that 1-2. Oh, that's. Oh, this has got to be a goal. I see it already. Samu in there. Beauty. Please tell me that's onside. It's onside. It's taken us over an hour to get in front, but Samu, right place, right time, lovely stuff. All that from a great 1-2 from Dembele, who's been electric on the right side of the pitch. Samu, just lovely stuff from your strike. It's exactly what you want. Against the run of play, granted, but a goal's a goal at the end of the day. But we need to keep that. Oh, look at that. For our defence, credit where credit's due, has been absolutely bang on. We need them to be like that, though, for just like 15 minutes, maybe more. We may have a chance, though, to get 2-0 up here. Anthony Gordon. Okay, we're going to go inside. Samu, you're open. These surely 6'4", all that strength. Nobody's catching him. 12 minutes to go. We double our lead. It's basically over at this point. That's why I love the counter-attack, man. When you get it right, it's such a beautiful bit of play. And now we can kind of coast it until the final whistle. I mean, PSG needs to up their game. This is the 4th time in a row I played against you. We've beaten you 4 times in a row. Up your game, lads. PSG, though, they're coming forward once again. Oh, the interception. Lovely stuff. Dembele against his former club. I've only just realised that. I can't believe it's taken me 89 minutes to realise Dembele's playing against his former club. But here they go. They're in behind. Lewis Hall's trying to catch Gyökeres. He rifles one home, but it's too little too late at this point. Great goal, though. Fair play to him. Outside the box, rifle top right bins. Or do you lot think? Do you reckon he's going to be alright for Arsenal? Or do you think he's going to be a flop like I think he will? Either way, though, like I said, it is done and dusted. He was too little too late. 2-1 it ends on the night. We have beaten PSG once again to make Newcastle United not only the best team in England, but the world. And yes, the world, because no team on this planet is going to be beating Newcastle United after we beat PSG. And just to put into perspective what we've done this by keeping 5 of the original starting 11 players from Season 1. That shows just how good Newcastle United actually are. And we've been very successful with him. 2 back-to-back Premier League titles, a Community Shield, and now the Champions League trophy. Yeah, not bad in 5 years, is it? But that is me done and dusted with the Magpies. If you've enjoyed this video, want to see more content like this in the future, drop it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. And if you're still here and want to see more of my videos, YouTube recommends you watch this.